Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Bonnie, and as you can see, I am in my basement. I'll show you. Kind of twirl it around. I live in a house that was built in the 1800s, and so it's got the old original stones. But we are going to be working on some fun projects today, so I'm just going to turn this around so you can see it. This is a mold that I use on my Shimpo potter's wheel. And we're going to be working on a plate today. And then this is our clay. This is brown low-fire clay. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece off of the clay, and then I'll show you some really fun, easy techniques to do. And you can also use, like I'll show you, I'm going to walk you down. I have other bowls and plates here that I've actually fired. This was one that I threw on the potter's wheel. And then these can also be used as molds too, so I'm going to be experimenting with those, but we'll take you back. Sorry for walking you with me. I don't have a lot of space. You can see it doesn't take up a lot of room, and I don't worry so much about it being dirty and messy because I have a dirt floor down here. So we will get started. I've positioned my cutting wire on the clay. It's about 1 inch, and then all I'm going to do is pull it through. Sorry, because I'm trying to hold this with one hand. And then we're just going to take the piece off so you can see it's just a square. And then I'm going to cover my clay up. It's important to keep it so it'll dry out really fast. And then this part's kind of really fun. You just take the piece of clay and you drop it on the table. Move my water so it doesn't fall off. So you just keep, and then you turn it over, drop it again. So I'm going to stop it and drop it and let you see that it's kind of taken on a little different shape. It's kind of flattened it out. The next thing I'm going to do is I have a nice big rolling pin. So I'm just going to roll it out until it's pretty flattened out, and I'm going to show you the next step after I get done rolling clay all rolled out. And then we're going to take the plate, and you want to make sure we have enough around the edges, which we do. And then the next part is super fun, and I can just wipe that part off. That's just a little bit of a mold. I plate right over it, and then we're going to cut with a needle tool. I like to allow some extra edge. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it because we're going to cut off the extra anyway when we get done. I have these really pretty rollers, so what I'm going to do is choose one of them. I think what I'll do, I think I'm going to do this one. So you can see it's got a really pretty, excuse my puppy, there's somebody at the door upstairs, but you can see it's just really pretty. So all you do is you push down and you just roll it. See, it makes a beautiful pattern. And it's funny because people ask me how I carved it, but you don't. You just roll it in. So now what I'm going to do is drape the piece of clay over my plate. Actually, I think I'm going to put the roll it after, because this didn't come out. Yeah, I guess it's alright. So you just push it down with your hand. This is the fun part about slab work, because it's not meant to look perfect. It's meant to look like it's hand built. And I'm kind of trying to get I'm purposely trying to get the edge of the plate, because I'm going to cut that. I'm trying to, so you can see it's kind of, just get it around the edges. And then I want to really kind of push it onto the shape. Push the, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll this just to get it a little deeper. see, that's a lot better. What I've done is I've gone along the edge and just trimmed off some more of the clay. See, you can kind of see the edge. And then what I'm going to do is take my finger and smooth it out and maybe touch it up with a little sponge. And then what I'm going to show you next, I like to make almost like a fluted edge on the plate. So I'll show you how to do that. So then, and I apologize, my neighbors are fighting. You can pray for them. They are into drugs and drinking and stuff, so they are outside fighting. So what you can do is you're going to lift the edge up and then just make these beautiful fluted edges. See? And it also helps to hide some of the imperfections, see? So it's beautiful. So I'm going to do that and show you what it looks like. So here's the top of the plate, so you can see all the really pretty texture. And then there's the edges, and like see that little crack right there? I'm going to take a sponge and go around and just smooth them. Where you can see it's on top of my, see, it just fits right up inside. And then it's got the really pretty fluted edge. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like. I want to make a mug to match it, and then what I'm going to do is I will do a coloring book, a mug and the plate as a set, so people can enjoy a cup of coffee while they color. That's my idea, but we will. So I just took our little bowl out, and I'm going to see if it will pop off the, yeah, it's ready. So it's been 24 hours. See, it just came off nicely. And then when you turn it over, we have our pretty little dish. It's going to be a perfect little saucer. I'm really excited with how that came out. And then this one I just took out of the kiln. This was also, I'll put pictures of this one, you guys, but you see, I did, I used the bowl mold and made this one into a yarn pole. So we're going to be trying some different glazes. We're going to do an underglaze of flame red, and we're going to put seafoam green over it and see how that comes out. But I'll glaze it and let you see. Yeah, we just need to do the finishing touches. So we're going to take a sponge and just go over the edges, and you see all these little, just these little indentations from the mold. We're going to smooth those all out. That's called cleaning. And at this stage I could add elements, like if this was a mug, the stage this is at is called leather hard. So you can see I could still bend this a little bit, but it's hard enough to hold its shape. So, but of course this dish I'm not going to add any more to it. I'm just going to clean it up, and then we'll put this in the shelf to dry, and it takes about a week before it's ready to be fired. So you can see people who buy pottery don't realize the effort and time that it takes. Like I had to roll this out and shape it yesterday, then we let it dry, then we clean it for a day, and then we have to put it on the shelf and let it dry a week, and then we glaze it, and then we fire it again. So it's quite a process. But I will show you, I actually changed my mind for this one. I'm going to use, see all the beautiful pattern texture in this? I'm actually going to use light turquoise, and I'm going to use the red, and we'll see what that looks like tomorrow. I'll show you tomorrow, because I want to follow this one all the way through. So this one's going to dry for a week, then I'll fire it and glaze it so you can see the finished product. But I love that beautiful texture on the back. It's going to be really pretty. And then I have it all cleaned, and you can kind of see the shape of it. I always like to sign my name on my pieces, and I'm sorry because there's a shadow. But I'm just going to put my initials, I think, in this one. See? Just my initials.